I'm just gonna do the same thing. All right, we're back. Round two. Here we go. I'm in the driver's seat this time because of that. I guess. I don't know. No. No. I like soldering. It's one of my favorite things to do on these blasters is to do the wiring. So we're gonna do some cheap, down dirty wiring. And we're just gonna get this soldered up so we can hear these fang revamps with cyclones and the Aurora cage howl. We'll see how that goes. So, that's a little long. I'm gonna have to. I want to redo that one. Not happy. Nope. I'm gonna redo that one too. So, we're just gonna keep going on this build. I know, if Neo, if you're there, buddy, I saw your message. I will get to it as soon as I can. We've been trying to figure out. We did find the motor screws. They were in the box of the Aurora cage. He's colorblind. He didn't see them. So we got those in. We got the wheels on. The motors. Well, the motor's in. Wheels on. So we're gonna get this soldered up and rocking and rolling. I was actually looking forward to putting it in the show because I just talked about it with you this morning. So, no. Did you not go to bed? So, I'm just gonna chill, see if we can't get this wired up, at least the cage, so we can do a little testing. Because if it goes good, I might have to order one of these for myself. But that means I also would need to find a strife for myself. So, in typical fashion of my soldering preference, we're going to solder the positive first. I guess Crossfire loves his mama. Which I can't really argue because she's somewhat my mom too.
Just great salami.
Mm-hmm. You feeding the dogs the salami?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Hey, you know your girl's calling?
Is she?
Mm-hmm. Hey, go on.
Callie, come. That's hot.
No, she was sniffing at the salami.
Oh.
Farm Fresh. Hillshire Farm, sorry. Go. Man, both dogs wanted salami. Go figure. So, what I like doing with my wires for cages, I like to tuck the wires down in like this, okay? Because I've found some of the cages, some of the shells that I end up doing are not the kindest on aftermarket wiring. So just kind of tool it as you go. And we're just gonna play this one by ear. But it's coming along.
tubeless garage door open.
Yep.
Callie.
If you push the button.
Yeah.
But there is a side door if you want to use that.
Alright, I think I'll probably do that.
Okay. Flip the light switch on in there. There you go.
Ooh, Mustang.
Yeah. Sorry guys. Crossfire had to dig the dogs out one at a time. So we'll keep going. See if we can't get this thing fired up. But because I don't have two different colored wires, I'll show you another trick that I like to do. So I can still tell the difference, positive, negative, but while only having obviously one wire. Because free wire is better than buying wire that is color coded. Now, and because I have plenty of wire, I just cut extra and toss the rest. So we're gonna keep this train rolling. Get this one tagged in. Okay. So that one should bend down, up, over, and snip. So, I'm just gonna see if we can't get this thing soldered up and test a little bit. Why? Because we want to hear it roar. Because we want to give her all she's got, Captain. Who we got watching? Who's here? Huh? 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 Say hi. Shout you out. Welcome, welcome. So, typically what I like to do is I like to wire my positive in one color and my negative in another. I don't have that option. So 2 colors, black Sharpie. Negative is 2. So we got your barrel, forward, barrel, negatives to the back. Just put a black line on part of your cable, so then you know your negative is 2-tone and your positive is single. And there we have a flywheel cage ready to rock and roll. This is the new Open Flywheel Project Aurora cage featuring fang revamps and containment crew cyclones. Let's see if this little setup's got a little bite, shall we? Now, the LiPo for this build is over on the charger as we speak, because obviously you can't ship a battery, I believe, in full charge mode. It needs to be in storage. So we're going to take my 35C 2S LiPo, hook up the negative, and headphone users beware. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. Nice, smooth, quiet, hardly any vibration. Love it. So, now what we need to do. The noob went to order pizza. So, I'm gonna double check a few things while he's away.
I come bearing gifts of the best kind. Not this one, this one.
Thank you. Cookies. They don't belong in the workshop.
Sorry, they're homemade.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just like the salami, it doesn't belong in the workshop. Why are you eating a block of cheese? I'm available. I had to throw that out there. I still can't see you. Yeah, and? Yeah.
I heard him.
Ladies, I'm available. Just letting you know. Alright.
He's a looker too. I know you don't see his face very often.
That's kind of the point. There, they want to see my face?
There you go. Got the trademark Pete sunglasses.
Yeah, I gotta get new ones. So, love this. Need to wash this out too. But, later.
I heard them from upstairs.
Oh, and that was on my small 2S.
Well, hold on then.
No, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
It's not charged.
Oh no?
You'll know when it's charged. My LiPo charger has a very, very noticeable alarm when it's charged. Don't touch anything on it.
Not touching anything.
Okay.
Will it give you any indication as to when it will be fully charged?
Yeah, when it's fully charged.
No indication for beforehand?
Nope. Not a, oh, almost there. It's very noticeable. And you all probably have a LiPo charger and you know when your charger says that battery's full. He's learning, folks. He's learning.
Is it possible to overcharge a LiPo?
I don't know enough to give a valid answer. Anybody want to chime in on that one? You want to go wash this?
Sure.
Stop eating your cheese and be a little helpful?
Yes.
Okay. So, now we got to try to plan how we're going to run our wires. Because we need to go, obviously, from the cage down to the switch and through a hole that we have yet to make for the LiPo. Which we will also figure out how we're going to do, make sure it's fit. Again, I will Dremel out the rough spots later when I have time. Because this looks like crap and I'm not happy about it. I like quality crap, and this is not quality crap yet. Gotta have a certain look to it, to my standards, and we're not there yet. There's a blanket on the armchair upstairs. You call that washed? You call this washed? Really?
Missed a spot.
Uh-huh, on both of them. Slackers. Good help so hard to find these days, right, guys? Am I right? Let's see what the chat says. Spamtron! No worries, buddy. Enjoy your dinner. We ordered a pizza.
I'm gonna go use your toothbrush.
Okay. I got plenty of them. Mostly the fact that they're all upstairs. Alright, so let's see, what can we do? What can we do? Alright, I need to run wires. Let's pull out some wire. Do a snippy snip. If you're wondering who the asshole is, one of the two dogs. Oh, I'm just letting the viewers know.
Always, Callie.
Yeah. They're good dogs, but they're sisters. And what are you going to do? Sisters bigger. It kind of stinks when the younger one that bickers is still a puppy. So, it's to be, kind of presumed. Alright, so, now personally I like to run positive from battery to switch to flywheels, negative from flywheels to battery. So, we're going to wire up our normally open so we can send it to the motors.
Take this. I have to go.
There's that one. One thing I like to do. Thank you, Harbor Freight, for your variety pack of heat shrink. So we can heat shrink the terminals. Oop, dog just slipped on the floor. Still funny. But they can't keep their feet underneath them. That's okay. So, take this end, feed it around, up, over, down, yay. Now, personally, I would use my lighter, but my lighter's dead. I killed it doing a bonfire. Alright, that's one terminal heat shrunk. Make sure we're not missing anybody in chat. Nope. Alright. So now the fun part. Trying to run said wires through the shell. Not as it's easier said than done, at least the way I do it, because of I try to tuck wires wherever moving parts are not going to be. So. After I've done plenty of stripes that it's almost second nature nowadays, but it's okay. So we're just gonna keep going. Now, one thing I did check before I started running this wire was that the cage, motors, and wiring will fit without having to take out these posts. With other motors, I've had to grind out the posts on the back side, and you know, it's alright. So this is our positive. Positive's gonna go right there. Cut it to there. Got a little extra wire, which is good. Save it for when we need it. So that's the positive. We're going to do negative to battery, but I need to run positive to from switch up to.
On your heat shrinked it.
Like I said, thank you, Harbor Freight.
I see that.
Oh man. And no, I'm not so OCD that I need to have orange wire in an orange blaster. It just happens to be what I have to use on every blaster I do. So just coincidence, whatever you want to call it.
Are you using all orange wiring?
I don't have the right gauge wiring in another color. Well, as I was telling the people, black line on one wire.
Good call.
That's how I do all my blasters. I'm usually the only one that ever maintains them, since they're my blasters. So don't care. As long as I know and I can trace it back, make it work. That's that one. connection. I start taking wire, which this one is going to battery. So, any blocks on there right now. Again, we'll run the Dremel when we're off stream. So that way we're not blowing out eardrums for those who decide to watch with headphones, whether it's right now or at a later date on replay. That could be set aside. Alright, so now the moment of truth. Because we have one wire left to run, and that's going from negative to battery.
Handy dandy cable wheel.
Yeah, which I don't need that much wire, but we're going to cut it long anyway. I can always throw it away.
Rather safe than sorry, right?
Well, it's also free wire that I got from school. They were moving. They were going to notice a small spool of 18 gauge wire. It was up in the attic where nobody ever goes, or is allowed to go unless they're in a certain class. So,
I bet you were in that class.
I was, and I kind of opened the spool to begin with, did the project in the class, and when it was time to clean up, and at the end of the semester, I made sure that it ended up in a good home, I guess you could say.
Oh, it's been put to good use.
Here, hold that in for me.
No, I don't want to. That's nice and toasty. Wow, you're a ballsy little thing. Oh, that's a little toasty. Maybe not. No, we're okay.
Hold it.
Oh, we're gonna draw the line. Trusty black line.
Mm-hmm. Good enough. And if you guys ever print a 7-shot hammer shot cylinder and the print fails in some way, shape, or form, makes a good pen holder. Just saying. I'm not even joking.
I see that. I didn't recognize that earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is where it's going to get a little dicey because we have a certain way this has to fit there, a certain channel that this has to go over there, that goes there. Nothing like trying to solder upside down, guys, right?
You know what you need here?
A
second chair.
Mm-hmm. I meant to stop at my parents' house and grab one, but oh well. At some point I will be adding more to the shop, thinking some kind of fold down table that will hide this, but also second workstation for a friend, folding chair.
I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm. Figured you would be. Yep, figured that was gonna happen. Negative wire. Now Now, I understand why people do their interchangeable cages with the extra connectors, but you know what? That's why you make a new blaster. It's more fun that way. Oh, I gotta go to an HVZ. Oh, I guess I can't take that one. Guess I'll take this one. You know? I understand, you know, wanting to use one blaster and just switching cage based on what limits you can and cannot do, but in this case, this is going to be an all-around blaster, so it don't matter.
Yeah, once we put this in, it's all going to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Screws being Loctited in there.
Well, not just the cage either. Okay. Now right now I'm just kind of holding everything in place so we can make, you know, just trying to teach the wires, you know, how they're supposed to live from now on, which is why we're gonna
God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Which also, this is also just to double check that we have enough wire, which clearly we do. It's gonna come to about there. Maybe a little extra. That's fine. Cool.
Did you find an extra connector?
I haven't looked yet. I want to get this button down first, so we can give it a semi-test fire with those new screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Okay. Yeah, we have the. I was gonna say we have the original screws from this drive, but you got new parts. You use new parts, right?
Yes.
Did you mess up my magnetic tip?
I might have.
You son of a biscuit.
Wrong polarity.
Well, it didn't have a magnetic tip to begin with. I just kind of adopted one after use.
Pizza's here.
Okay. So, folks, we might be cutting this stream short again, but we're almost there.
Pizza's here.
Yep. So, looking good so far, guys. What do you think? I'd say it's looking good. So, real quick, we're going to clip it. Clip it again. Got your positive, got your negative. So, I typically do my white as negative, yellow as positive. And 2S. Negative, positive.
I heard it.
Again,
That's what the underpowered.
testing it on the underpowered LiPo because the good LiPo is not charged yet, and my hairline switch is not cooperating at the moment. I take a lot of pride and time getting. Oh, here you go. Now that will pep up a lot faster given the right LiPo, but that's just for testing purposes because the 9 volts are somewhat dead apparently. So we're working, all that's left, cut a hole in the battery tray for the LiPo connector, put the pusher back together, put the trigger in, button it up, and she's done. So will be a part 3, stay tuned for that. Stay fuzzy my friends, peace, food's here.